Hello, and welcome to the first in a series of videos on what I'm calling self-defense in depth. In depth means a layered system of thinking about self-protection that goes beyond just physical self-defense, fighting, kung fu, karate, firearms. We want a whole concept of how to keep ourselves safe so that hopefully we can avoid ever having to use the old kung fu, karate, or firearm, or whatever you choose to use. So, self-defense in depth comes in layers, in a series of barriers to keep the bad guys from getting to you. And I've broken them up into 4 categories, with the outer barrier being avoid, then deter, then escape, and finally, when all else fails, fight. So let's look at them in sequence. So what do I mean by avoid? Well, you can't lose a fight if you're not there. So we want to find a way to not be there. A lot of this comes down to following the rules of stupid. And the rules of stupid are this: avoid stupid times, stupid places, with stupid people, doing stupid stuff. You follow those rules, you follow almost all of those rules, probably going to be safe. You break a bunch of them, or all of them, things might turn out problematic. Second layer to avoid is awareness. Be curious. Look at what's around you. Know what's going on. A lot of times you can see trouble coming, and then you can just go away before it happens. So that's avoidance. Then there's deterrence. Now, deterrence is convincing the bad guy that he should go bother somebody else. Now, awareness works at this level too, because when you're aware, when you're looking around, the bad guy can sense it, and he can see that you're going to be hard to approach. So if you're curious and your head is up and you're looking around and you're not on your phone, bad guy might think, find somebody else. This goes into another aspect, which I call presence. How do you look? Do you look confident? Do you look like you fit in? If you have good presence that says, I'm a tough nut to crack, and you don't have to be Rambo. You just have to be harder to deal with than somebody else who might be an easier target. And finally, you can think about voice. In some situations, if you're talking or they can hear your voice, do you project confidence? Do you project that you're able to handle a situation? Using your voice can also, in some cases, be a deterrence. Now, if you fail the interview and maybe the bad guy is starting to approach, then we want to look at escape. Escape is about, obviously, getting away from trouble before trouble gets all the way to you. To be able to escape, be aware of your environment. Know what's around. If you're inside, where are the exit? If you're outside, where would I go to? Where can I flee to right now that's going to bring me to safety the quickest? Then have a plan. Wherever you are, take a second. If something kicks off here, where am I going to go? And think of things like, well, where's maybe an exit that isn't the obvious one? That might be a better choice than the obvious exit. Or, where am I? Can I get to safety? And finally, you need to know how to run away. It sounds kind of silly, just run. No, there's techniques that can improve your chances of getting away. So, put that all together, then you've got a decent chance, if you see trouble coming, to go somewhere else. Finally, when all else fails, and really a lot has failed to get you here, is fight. Now fight, it's like a few percent of self-defense. You handle the other 3 correctly, you're just not going to have trouble. But sometimes you lose. Sometimes you just get stuck in and you have to deal with it. Fighting is about your training. Do you know how to fight? Do you know how to use your hands? Do you know how to protect yourself with a tool? You need to know how to do these things. And you should have tools. In America, in every state in the Union, you can have a firearm. Now, that's your choice as to whether you exercise that right, and in some places it's a lot more difficult to do this than others, but that's an excellent tool that will stop a lot of problems. Now, it doesn't solve all problems, so we have other tools. Pepper spray is an excellent choice when a firearm is the wrong choice. Blades, don't like them, but can be used. But you're a human. When you can, you use a tool. And finally, most importantly in fight, is attitude. Do you have the right attitude to fight? And ultimately, it's just about winning. Can you tell yourself, I'm going to win, I'm going to find a way to win, and I'm going to do what it takes to win? If you can have that attitude, you can win the fight. So there it is. That's an introduction to the layers of self-protection. You put them all together, and you have a good chance of being safe.